Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick video on my Radiolink that I got to run the locomotive. This is a 7-channel controller. The receiver has 7 channels, which has it in the back of the locomotive. I had the wheelchair controllers and they were really old and I didn't realize it, but they were sluggish, like lack of power, big time. And once I put the new controller in that from I bought out from motor makers, it puts out 60 amps to each motor. I have 2 motors, and that was $180 free shipping. And I put it in there, and I can now spin the wheels. I actually broke a roller chain on my main because it has so much power, and I've gained top speed, more top end speed, which does probably now 7 miles an hour rather than the 6, which ain't a whole lot, but it is a difference. So on the Radiolink, this is my battery disconnect, which is pretty cool because I have no way to get access to a battery switch. So this is my radio wireless switch for that. This tells me what my voltage is, the battery in this guy. That's the voltage of the system that I have in the, in the locomotive. You can name the locomotive. This carries up to 30 different models, and if you have 30 locomotives, you can actually program, or you just dial it in and switch it right to the next locomotive using the one controller. This was like $60 on AliExpress. And again, it's 7 channels, and I'm using the wheel on the throttle because it has better acceleration in both, where the trigger is designed for full throttle like in a car or a boat. So this is not even being used because the controller is a 2-channel and I'm basically using the 1. This is something cool. This is a potentiometer that I'm using, just basically turning the lights on and off. But if you have cooling fans on top of the locomotive, you can actually put another motor controller and run the speed of the fans off that. And this one, I just have it up to the mute, which I haven't really used that ever until now because I have lock sound and it's amazing. You can see it's dialing down. And this one here is basically the front to rear locomotive, so I can still run it. You can see the back lights. So now if I flick it, I can go to the front. So that's the rear. I can switch the lights on the fly. This is the bell. Horn, and that's the bell. It just, you can switch these so that it's either on, off, or set it up for a horn. So once you get inside the controller, there's a lot of features in here. Oh, I don't want that. Do this so you guys can see. You can control basically where I'm using the wheel for throttle. This is pretty cool. This is what they call for turn. This is 80 seconds. So in other words, from 0 to full, it takes 8 seconds for it to go to full. And I can adjust that down to 4 if I want with the new software. Return is basically when I let off and it slowly goes back to 0. I have it set to 4, but you can make that as 8 too. But there's a lot of cool settings with the new firmware that I just uploaded into this thing. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff here. Some of the stuff I don't even use. Of course, you can reverse the polarity, so if you want to change the wheel from forward to backward or whatever, you can do that. Same thing with all the switches. This has been a very good upgrade. Again, it's very over the counter, pretty cheap, and I highly recommend it. I just did a final test where I got on the quad and I went basically in the big field over there on the back knoll, and on Google Earth I measured my GPS location, which was 1,390 feet give or take, where the locomotive was sitting right there. And the manual says let's basically go to that tower way over there flying an airplane. I can control an airplane from that tower and have it over here, but then you'll just lose control and just crash. But in this hobby, we're never going to have that kind of distance to play with, so the signal is incredible. I enjoy it. Hopefully you guys have Any questions, just contact me. I'm here. But thanks for watching.